Well, you can see the Bredor Lakes from just about every hole here at the Lakes Golf Course. This is a Graham Cook design that opened in 2010, and it's another reason why you should come out and play golf here in Cape Breton Island. Let's have a look now at the lakes. Located just west of Cape Breton's largest city, Sydney, a stop at the Lakes Golf Club is the perfect way to kick off any golf tour around the island. Laid out alongside the Bredor Lakes and carved out of the rolling hills of Cape Breton, the lakes combine spectacular scenery with terrific golf.
It's definitely, every hole has a unique feel to it and scenery. When you're done playing the golf course, you can easily recount every hole, or some courses blend. We have a lot of customers come in and ask, what is your signature hole? Because it's very hard to tell what it is.
Ranked as SCOREGolf's best new course in Atlantic Canada in 2010, the lakes will appeal to the weekend warrior while still offering a fun challenge for golfers who go back and play from the tips. But no matter what the skill level, it's easy to keep the ball in play off the tee at the Graham Cook design, with generous landing zones and several tee decks.
Well, it's unique. We have 5 tee decks, so anybody can play the golf course. The high handicapper to the low handicapper can play. If they pick the appropriate tee deck, they'll have a great round here.
The first of the lake's memorable holes comes at the 5th, a long par 4 that means shorter hitters might have to lay up with their second shot, while the big hitters can take on the water hazard and bunkers that front the green.
It's risk reward. If you hit driver, you reward it with a wedge to the green over the brook. It's easier said than done though. It's a very narrow landing area. The safe bet is a hybrid or a 3-wood and take your medicine and have a 9-iron or 8-iron into the green, but classic risk reward.
The 6th is one of the prettiest tee shots in our nation. From the golf course's highest elevation point, players will find a drivable par 4 protected by plenty of bunkers. The landing area stretches wide for shorter hitters, but there's a red number to be had here if you've got the game and the guts.
6, the green is drivable, but if you stray left, you're in a hazard, and right is into the trees. So again, you want to risk reward, decide if you're going to hit a 3-wood hybrid, but I think the safe shot would be a layup shot instead of going for the green. But if you're confident that day, it's driver hole.
The 17th at the lakes is another picturesque perch on the property, but don't let the view distract you too much. There's still a tricky green complex ahead that quite often repels mishit tee shots into its surrounding bunkers.
That's a great par 3. If you're playing from the back tees, it's 155. It seems a lot easier than it is. It's a very narrow green, well protected, and there's a slope on the green midway that slopes down to the right. So if you do hit an errant shot to the green, it may not end up near the flag. It could funnel down to the right side of the green.
After the round, you can kick back and relax next door at the Birches Inn, a quaint and luxurious spot that has gorgeous rooms and mouth-watering food. All in all, the lakes presents a solid balance of fun and challenge, but its real treat lies in the calm and quiet golfing experience.
It's very relaxed, and our staff, and right from the turf crew right through the pro shop to the back shop, friendly first. I mean, we know everybody's here to have a good time, and we like to have them back, so in order to do that, they got to have a good time while they're here.
You'll not only have a good time at the lakes, but also at the nearby Bell Bay Golf Club too. This gem, which is consistently ranked in SCOREGolf's top 100 courses in Canada, is just an hour's drive from the lakes over in Bedeque. The Thomas McBroom design flows along the land to make for interesting rolls and dips on the fairways and especially on the greens.
The characters of this golf course would definitely be user-friendly. It's generous off the tee, you can move the ball around. It's when you get to the greens that it starts to show its teeth. You can sit there and putt it 4 times and still think it's going to go one way, but boy, it turns on you and you don't even know what's hit you.
Bell Bay is a parkland layout that rests on the northern side of the Bredor Lakes. The club gets its name from the bay next to the property, which is visible on many of the holes and from where you can see small boats coming and going all day. On the backside, the course boasts a terrific set of finishing holes. At the par 3 17th lies plenty of trouble if you mishit your tee shot. A creek devours anything short of the green, and even if you stick one close to the pin, the green will challenge you to make your putt for birdie.
17 is a very difficult par 3. Depending on the wind, the back tees plays roughly 185 yards, but it could play into 200 with the wind. So pin placement, tee deck, it can really be tricky. If you can draw the ball, you can get it into the back corner of the green. If not, you're staring 4 or 5 in the face really quick.
The final hole is yet another par 5 with a stunning panorama that can steal your focus as soon as you step up on the tee box. Pull out your driver here to counteract the heavy winds, which are a large factor, as is the tough undulating green that can make 2-putting a challenge.
Hole number 18 is a dynamite par 5. It plays into the wind on most occasions, so 2 great shots still might not get you there. The big bombers try to get there in 2 and sometimes walk away with a second place finish.
With fantastic scenery and remarkable lakeside views, it's no wonder the great Alexander Graham Bell owned a summer home in Bedeque, so it's not surprising Bell Bay is rolling out condos and cottages to guests who find the same quaint atmosphere that Bell did.
We have a Kildare landing opportunity, which is a fractional ownership, which is taken off like gangbusters. We're selling fractionals to own a piece of Cape Breton, and it's an innovative idea, but it's been well received. You know, that just adds to the excitement and the fun of the property.
Cabot Lynx has burst onto the golf scene this year, with all the reviews suggesting it will immediately jump into the elite group of Canadian designs. Spearheaded by managing partner Ben Cowan-Dewar, the project was completed last month and has been a strong presence in the small town of Inverness. Not many golf courses were being built during the recession of a few years ago, but that didn't discourage the team behind Cabot Lynx from forging ahead. The confidence in the final product was there, but it was the beauty of Cape Breton that was the determining factor.
I knew it was a good idea when I saw the land, because a mile of ocean frontage is pretty hard to pass up, and you think about all the great golf that's built on the sea, and it seems like a pretty simple ingredient to involve a great piece of land on the ocean to building a great course.
The buzz surrounding the grand opening of the course did not disappoint. Hundreds of golfers gathered for the occasion to take a crack at the Rod Whitman layout, which faces blustery winds off the Northumberland Strait, deep and wide stretching bunkers, and plenty of long fescue bordering the holes. The unique elements and features of the entire course make it tough to select just one hole as its signature.
When I was merely just a golf course critic, I would always think it was so lame when golf course architects would say it's like choosing a favorite child, but it is a little bit, you know. I mean, you fall in love with different holes, and certainly, you know, I think I have favorite features. I think I have favorite features that were born out of the, you know, creative process that Rod Whitman, who has such a keen eye and such an unbelievable ability to put his thoughts into the dirt, and at the same time, you know, we had this very, you know, sort of open and creative process where we would eliminate or add features or make a change here, and if we saw something we didn't like, we'd change it. I think as, you know, holes, there's spots I like on the course, and there's spots that, you know, were particularly memorable from those early walks around.
Billed as Canada's only authentic links, Cabot is true to its word. The ocean is visible from every hole, and the roller coaster ride of the land promotes creativity on all shots. Having already drawn hordes of golfers eager to tee it up at this fabulous track, plans are already starting to take shape for a second 18, with the popular Oregon resort Bandon Dunes as Cabot's model.
Certainly a lot of excitement. I think that we'll hopefully do a great job on all of the other details, from lodging to food and beverage, but you know, the reality is, and we've seen it in the bookings for this year with people coming from all over the United States, all over Canada, and even the UK, you know, those people have obviously heard about it. If we do a great job on all the elements, I think that people will come back, and I think that with a second course and an expanded offering, hopefully we can turn it into Bandon Dunes East.
Just up the road from Cabot Links is the small Acadian town of Cheticamp, home to the underrated Libertagia Golf Club. This semi-private track welcomes all travelers destined for the Cabot Trail and treats them to a fantastic 18 holes.
Libertagia has 300 members. It's a really friendly place to play. The community's a friendly community, and they have a great passion for golf and the game. Hospitality is one of the great trademarks.
While length off the tee is an asset here, the club is a fair test for all levels of golfers, one where accuracy reigns supreme.
The golf course is a challenge for all golfers and all skill levels. It's situated just adjacent to the Cape Breton Highlands and the Atlantic Ocean. We have 4 sets of tees with 60 bunkers. It's a player-friendly course with rolling fairways and rolling greens. All holes are lined by trees and bunkers, so accuracy is a premium here at Libertagia.
The first hole that will captivate players is the second. A dogleg left peppered with bunkers alongside the fairway is relatively flat, but still requires some accuracy for a good score.
Number 2 is one of our scenic holes. In the backdrop, you'll notice the Cabot Trail, which is a great scenic view. It's usually a driver or hybrid off the tee, which will get you to about 150 yards out from the green. From there, you'll hit a mid-iron into an elevated green with a little bit of slope, and it offers the golfer a great opportunity to make birdie.
A few holes later is perhaps Libertagia's best. The par 5 8th hole demands a straight blast off the tee. Anything left or right will likely bound for one of the ponds bordering the fairway. if you do manage to keep your ball dry, the challenge doesn't end there.
Number 8 is our signature hole here at Libertagia. 2 ponds guard the fairway. It demands an accurate tee shot with length off the tee. From there, the longer player will have the opportunity to reach the green in 2, or an accurate layup, which guards the fairway to the green, allows the player to play the hole with a smart third shot to, again, a guarded green with bunkers.
Rounding out Libertagia's signature holes is the 10th. Standing up on the tee deck, you'll have a perfect perch to gaze out at the Cape Breton Highlands, while down below is another opportunity for a par or maybe even a birdie.
Number 10 is one of our signature holes as well. It has a beautiful view of the Cape Breton Highlands. It's an elevated tee to a fairway which sits down in the valley. A smart shot is to hit a hybrid or a long iron. From there, you'll hit a wedge or a short iron into the green, and birdie is an opportunity for most.
Libertagia definitely adds to the excellent collection of golf Cape Breton has to offer. Situated between the brand new Cabot Links and the world-famous Highlands Links, the club possesses some impressive golf of its own and is a great way to break up the commute between the two headliners.
I feel like we're situated in the correct spot on the island, and we have Cabot Links and right between Highlands as well, so we're quite happy with where we're situated and with what those two clubs bring to the island and the tourists that bring to the island as well. And we feel like that the tourists who do come here will really enjoy themselves and have a great time here at Libertagia.
Leaving Cheticamp and heading northeast takes you along the gorgeous Cabot Trail. Pick a spot elevated high on the road for a full 360-degree vista of tree canopies and blue ocean water. And if you don't have the time to stop, it's not the end of the world, because that's exactly the landscape the renowned Highlands Lynx is hidden within. Located in Ingonish, Highlands Lynx is viewed by some to be Stanley Thompson's masterpiece. It's said the legendary designer of decades ago simply walked around the land and laid the course on top.
It's an incredible layout, incredible routing plan. The scenery, the playability, the fun of it is just not something you'll find too many places.
Always near the top of our top 100 golf courses in Canada, Highlands Links has recently made efforts to improve and more closely resemble the course Thompson originally designed. Bunkers have been restored and trees have been removed to allow sunlight in. That's not only helped with conditioning, it's opened up ocean vistas that inspired Thompson during his 1939 creation of the course that had been lost to overgrowth.
For the last couple of years, Parks Canada has really made an extra effort to restore as much as we possibly can with the guidance of Ian Andrew. And probably right now we're about 95% of our bunkers are done. We've got our turf conditions that has been as good as they've ever been. The view planes are outstanding. We've cleared a lot of trees, and that's been our wow effect, to say the least. The people have really can notice that.
Players will also notice the modest green fees required to get on the tee. That's right, unlike a handful of Canada's other highly rated courses, Highlands Links is actually a public course open to any and every player.
That is the beauty of this place. I mean, one, it's a public course owned by the government of Canada, so it's accessible for every person, and it's playable for everyone. And you can play it today one way, tomorrow it's different with the wind, the next day it's different with the little hardness of the fairways drying out. It's daunting off number one, but really once you get rolling, it's a pretty fair course to all levels of golf.
Highlands Links is a unique course and a remarkable walk. The rolling, almost moguled fairways demand creativity in shot making. You'll rarely find yourself with a flat lie when playing Highlands, which is indeed part of its charm. If you like to hit your big stick, Hudson offers some advice.
I think you would probably sell your driver, because off the tee it's very hard on a lot of holes. It's so narrow. I think that level of golfer is probably used to a broader fairway. But if you can play your irons good, I think you're good, and you've got to have an incredibly good judgment on the greens, because the greens have some wonderful undulations, and I think it's a challenge.
Though Highlands Links is a stiff test of golf, its real delight lies in its surrounding. Not many layouts provide the combination of beauty and beast that Highlands does, where again Thompson's visionary skills are simply sublime.
That's what we find. I mean, the golf at sometimes people is secondary. It's such a beautiful walk in the park, basically. I think it just indicates his sheer imagination that he must have had. It's just absolutely incredible to be able to walk through these fields and hills and come up with this kind of a routing plan. How he imagined all this is beyond.